You can imagine somebody that's after 31 years. Some of us, our legs are cut. Some of us, our hands are cut. Some of us, we are not complete anymore. Then you can't pay us our money complete. You cannot give us what belongs to us.
The Permanent Secretary for Special Duties addressed the protesters and acknowledged their concerns. He assured them that he will be meeting with the leadership of the Military Pension Board and the protest representative to discuss possible resolutions.
Leadership of the Military Pension Board and also the ministry, we will meet with your leaders and then find a way to resolve this problem. It's something we can do. It's something you are entitled to.
It was a day of defiance and deep frustration in Abuja as human rights activists and former presidential candidate led a group of retired police officers in a protest against what they described as the dehumanizing pension and welfare conditions faced by Nigeria's security personnel. The peaceful protest held outside the force headquarters in Abuja was organized in collaboration with the Nigerian Union of Retired Police Officers with a singular demand: remove police officers from the contributory pension scheme, a system they say has left many of them in poverty after years of loyal service.
I retired 2018.
Please, somebody should tell me what the future of Nigeria is when it comes to security. Yes, I have asked this question in one of my previous videos and I'm asking it again. I'm asking this because over the years, we've been talking and shouting and lamenting of insecurity in Nigeria. And for the past 4 years, the level of insecurity in Nigeria has doubled. And for the past 1 year again, you know, the level of insecurity has doubled or has tripled, especially in the north, in the east, and in the west. That is to say that the whole of Nigeria is experiencing high level or high rate of insecurity. Yes. But do you know that in all this, the few security personnel that we have are not being paid to at least defend the little territories they can defend? The few security personnel we have are not being taken care of in Nigeria. Now, if you remember a couple of days ago, about 4 or 5 days ago, I posted a video on this channel where I showed us where some police officers were protesting. And why were they protesting? Because of unpaid salary. Some of them are retired police officers and some of them are still working. They are protesting that they have not been paid. I posted that video. Now, just a couple of days ago, we have seen some Nigerian army or Nigerian soldiers to say some are retired. They have come out once again to protest over unpaid salary. They are not being paid. Now tell me, if you don't pay your security personnel well, how do you want them to do their work wholeheartedly? How? Now, you may say that Nigeria does not have money. Really? Nigeria doesn't have money? Let me show you. Nigeria wants to renovate an airport in Lagos, and that airport is working. And the money they will use to renovate it is over 100 billion naira. Over 100 billion naira. Nigeria used 39 billion to renovate. Please listen to me. To renovate an event center in Abuja. 39 billion to renovate an event center. Nigeria paid because the Super Falconet won the World Cup. They came back. Nigerian government gave them 150 million naira each to each player, and they are 24 in number. And also, gifted them, 3-bedroom flats. That one being aside, Nigerian government borrowed $21 billion. Now tell me, all this money, even the one that is being borrowed, where is it going? Or should I say the ones they are using to do renovation over something that is working off? Wouldn't it be good if that money is used to pay the security personnel? Hey, that is why I asked the question I asked earlier. Somebody should please tell me the future of Nigeria when it comes to security. We are in 2025 and we are shouting of insecurity, and the few security personnel we have are not being paid. Just imagine how Nigeria will be when we talk of insecurity in the next 4 or 5 years. They are still shouting that people are no longer joining the army and the police. They are shouting that people are no longer joining. So the few we have now are not being taken care of. What a country. What a country. Anyway, please let me allow you now to watch the protest the Nigerian armies did over unpaid salary, and also watch the analysis they gave about that. All right? Please watch it, then you do well to drop your comment on the comment section. What to think about it, please.
Yes,
but then you will not allow. So
yes, they did it to the 69A, which is our father in the military. They did it to the 79A, which is our elder brothers in the military. Now they are doing it to us. From the 90 upward, they are trying to do it to us. We will stop it so that the next generation of soldiers will not go through this.
One of the protesters, retired Sergeant Muhammad Kabir, said they are simply asking for what is rightfully theirs after years of service to the country.
My name is retired Sergeant Muhammad Kabir.
okay.
Yes, sir. So when they call down Fulani, na me be this.
Why are you protesting?
Okay, I protest because of my money, our money. All our money, they short it. They no give us complete our money. They say more park for Bara, we don't park. Let the people who are parking allowed, they no pay us. They say more gratuity, they cut our gratuity. Up to date, nothing happen. Footballers will go play ball for just 19 minutes. How much they give them? We will retire, we suffer it. We will suffer it for the country. They don't give us 1 naira. If you look, I go come on my trouser, I go show you my iron. Where they come my see my hand, iron day. They let them give me my money, they cut my money.
Another protester, Tausad Musaf Lawrence, who served in the military for 31 years, expressed concern over irregularities in the disbursement process. She noted that many retirees are experiencing hardship due to the delay.
My name is Staff Sergeant Musaf Lawrence. Yes,
If the insecurity in Nigeria is wiped out today, I mean, the Igbos will be very happy to join the military, but we want the northern leaders.
So Igbos are scared to join the military because they do not want to be at the war front.
No, you know
insecurity bedeviling in the country.
You know that the Igbo man is never afraid. You know that.
Sorry, sir. You know why I had to mention this now? Because over times we've heard cases and scenarios where people from certain regions says that when they get employed to the military, they send them to the very toxic, I would say, war-prone or insecurity-prone areas, which are the northeast and the northwest. Like you are from a certain area, like the south and southeast. They send those people from that region back to the northeast and northwest. People are saying that shouldn't be fair. It looks like it's the same thing with the same case with the NYSC redeployment, where people from south goes to the north are redeployed to the north, and people from the north are redeployed to the south. But some quarters are saying that it is only fair, or it will be fair for you to be in your region. Do you share the same thoughts?
Of course. Since everybody is aware of what the north are doing, there will be suspicion. They are not sincere, especially northern leaders. They know that they are the cause of this insecurity, so they are looking for somebody to play the cannon fodder. People they will use as scapegoats to go and die for them for a work they created. Since it is their children and their youth that are the cause of this war, let them sort it out.
Is it war or insecurity? Okay, it's a war on terrorism.
It's war. It's war. In fact, it's more than a war. So since they know the source and the promoters, let them sort it out. You don't ask me to bring my children to go and die for your war. That is the real reason why the Southerners or the Igbos are not keen.
All right, Barrister.
Especially in this period where there is terrorism is very high.
In the northern part
and
of the
as a matter of fact, they won't even allow them to do the job. When you are attacking them, you are attacking these terrorists and killing them, you become a target, you become an enemy. We have seen it happen. That that fighter pilot from Yoruba land, that lady, what happened to her? What happened to her that she was just killed like that? Because they say she was killing Boko Haram, you know, in numbers in the war front. A lady fighter pilot. So that will tell you what is going on. They will not tell you, but already people are aware. We know. Everybody know. Even the people that are already there. I remember when some soldiers from the southwest resigned in large number under Buhari. They left the military in large number because of what they were, you know, doing there. So it will be difficult to, not just the Igbos, I'm sure the Southwest too, they are not very keen in joining the military. All right,
Barrister, quickly, let's just dwell a little bit on insecurity before we move to what the president, the U.S. court is saying about our president. A retired Rear Admiral Bitrus Atukum, retired, has criticized a former military governor of Plateau State, of course, has criticized the federal government on the way they are handling the insecurity in the North Central region, that is the Plateau State and Benue State. You know, a whole lot of number of people have died over the weeks in that region. And he's saying that the federal government is handling the case with kid's glove, that they have to tighten their seatbelts and do something more than they are doing now. What do you think the federal government could do more in the North Central region, especially Plateau and Benue State?
I don't think they will do more than they have done already, because they are complicit in this matter.
The federal government?
Yes. Benue was the first state that created vigilante outfits, you know, during the time of Buhari. They were the first. It was legislated. The state assembly brought, you know, gave them a backing by establishing them under the law of Benue State. But what happened? The first IG of police under Buhari, Idris, he came and disbanded them and collected all their guns
and it was working for the state then. They were able to curb the attacks
because of the achievement they made. The people involved, they did not like it. They went to go and disarm them. And immediately these terrorists who claim to be farmers or headers now came and started dealing with the Benue people. So it will be difficult because the federal government have refused over the years to give these people, they talk to them in the language they will understand according to Buhari. So religious and ethnic sentiment is playing out here. As long as they are Fulani terrorists, they are free to carry gun and kill anybody and nothing will happen. We have seen it over and over again. How come they will go to a particular area and kill everybody in that village? And I'm talking to you now, they are occupying villages in Plateau and Benue. Occupying villages after killing all the villagers, and some of them ran away. They now took over their own household. And the federal government is aware, yet they are not doing anything. Not even to go and ask them, what are you people doing here? So when you see all this thing, what other evidence are you looking for? That the federal government is complicit in what is going on? Both under Buhari and under Tinubu. They are all complicit. Meanwhile, they swore to protect lives and property. To make matters worse, these are foreign terrorists in Nigeria. Foreign. They are not from Nigeria. They came from outside here to kill Nigerians and take over their homes. And you are telling me that people should join the army, Abi?
We are asking that there's no policeman in Nigeria that should not have a life insurance. There is no policeman in Nigeria that should earn less than 500,000 naira per month. No. The reason is that you cannot ask the police to be guarding a bank and the bank manager is better paid than the police that is protecting the money. The person doing the real work is the policeman that ensures that the bank is not robbed, not the bank manager who is writing how much is in the vault. So it is even small because 500,000 naira is about $300. That's nothing in a month. Whereas the senators who are in these places who barely come to work, an average senator takes home 30 million naira per month. And the policemen who are waiting at their gates cannot even buy paracetamol when they are done. And they are even the ones who help them pick up money, sometimes from their locations where they are paid bribery or where they get their cuts from whenever they engage in their corrupt activities.
Showore, who ran for president under the African Action Congress AAC, said Nigeria's ongoing security crisis cannot be resolved unless the federal government takes the welfare and motivation of police personnel seriously.
Who deserve a better condition of service or after service. How could somebody serve this country for 35 years? 35 solid years. And they go home with 2 million naira. Some of them went home with 900,000 naira. Are you going to buy the recharge card with 900,000 naira after 35 years? So even if we don't fight for them, it will be unconscionable on our part to ignore them. Because the argument always is that, why are you fighting for police? Police is bad. Police is bad because Nigeria is also bad. Yes. The leaders of Nigeria are very bad leaders, and you cannot find a good police from a bad country. That is the truth.
Can somebody serve the country for 35 years, and after serving the country for 35 years, he lives with 1.5 million naira? Is that not equivalent to almost killing him and taking away the important part of his life? You are sapping all the energy from him. Look at the politicians in the National Assembly. They practically do nothing except stealing, and stealing through constituency projects. But every month they earn between 30 million to 50 million, depending on what if they are in a juicy committee. And what are we saying? The people keep saying that there's no money. There's no money. But look at all the money that's been stolen in the National Assembly. How can you say that there's no money to help and protect the people that are serving the country? The police, they are our first line of defense. When it comes to internal security, they are the ones responsible for almost everything in the country. How can we not take good care of them? Even if we cannot take good care of them while they are in active service, at least the leadership of the Nigerian police force and also the police service commission must take extreme measure to make sure that after the 35 years in service, that packages are ready for them.
Because of NPF pension, they carry our money, go put it in NPF pension. Every year they will share annual profit, millions of naira. Their children are there working, their relations are there working. NPF pension act, in actual fact, if they are operating well, they are not supposed to force us into NPF pension alone, because they have establishing pension act. They said that everybody should choose the one he or she likes.
How can you pay police 93,000? You are telling him to go and collect bribe. So we need to reform. Pay police wetin they pay House of Rep. Pay House of Rep wetin they pay police. Change, swap the position, because they are the one protecting us. We can't leave them and pay them nothing.
He described the ongoing neglect as dangerous, warning that a demoralized police force is as good as no police force at all. The retired police officers, many of whom looked weary from years of what they say is betrayal by the system, have vowed to continue picketing key institutions, including the National Assembly, until their voices are heard. For them, this is not just about pensions, it's about dignity, justice, and a demand for the nation to stand by those who once stood to protect it. Oluwatobienito.
All right. Haven't seen it. What do you have to say? Well, do well to drop your comment on the comment section what you think. All right. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you very much, and may God continue to bless you.